Hi friends. So, you want to learn periodic table, but don't know how to remember them, then this video is for you. In this video, I am going to tell you the simplest way to remember periodic table. So watch this video till end. So friends, coming to the first one, you must know electronic configuration of an element. Here electronic configuration means the distribution of electrons in the increasing order of their energy levels of orbitals. So to write the electronic configuration, you must learn the energy levels of orbitals. This can be learnt by Afbau's principle and Moller's diagram. So here, in Afbau's principle, we have s, p, d, and f orbitals, and their energy levels are 0, 1, 2 and 3 respectively. So by this you can find energy levels of orbital. For example, let's take 3d and 4s, here the energy level of 3d will be 3 plus 2 equals 5 and 4s will be 4 plus 0 equals 4, so electrons first fills in 4s orbital and then fills in 3s orbital. Watch this Moller's diagram carefully and remember the increasing order of energy levels of an orbitals. So now, coming to the electronic configuration, let's take an example as oxygen. We know that oxygen have 8 electrons in total. So here the first 2 electrons fills in 1s, 2 electrons fills in 2s and then 3 electrons fills in the 2p in the same spin according to the Paulus exclusion principle. And the last electron fill in 2px orbital. So completely 8 electrons are filled. So in this way you can find electronic configuration of an element. But here, some of the elements have exception of this electronic configuration. Especially in 5th and 7th groups elements, because electrons in this elements try to gain stability, by which they move to higher energy levels, leaving lower energy level orbital empty. So remember this exception in 5th and 7th groups elements. Friends, you may think that, what is the importance of electronic configuration? We simply write electronic configuration and leave it, but the thing you need to know is, electronic configuration is very useful in chemistry. Using electronic configuration, you can find valency of an element. Here, we know that valency is the combining capacity of an atom or an element. So here, you can find the valency of an element by the number of electrons present in the outermost orbit. So let's take the same example, that is oxygen, so we know the electronic configuration of it. So the outermost orbit of oxygen is 2s22p4. So the outermost orbit has 6 electrons. So to find valency, we have to remember that, if there are 4 or less than 4 electrons, then the valency will be same as number of electrons, and if there are more than 4 electrons, then the valency will be 8 minus number of electrons. So the valency of oxygen is 8 minus 6 equals 2. If we take fluorine, the outermost orbit has 7 electrons and the valency of fluorine is 8 minus 7 equals 1. And you must remember that, in any group, all elements have same valency. The next thing we are going to learn is, to find the position of an element in periodic table.
What?
Yes. It is very important to know the position of an element. By knowing the position of an element, you can easily know the property of an element. So firstly, you have to know basic things related to the modern periodic table. I think you all know that, in periodic table, we have 7 horizontal rows called periods and 18 vertical columns called groups. But apart from this, we have 4 blocks. They are sblock, pblock, dblock and fblock. So coming to the first one, the first 2 groups are considered as sblock or earthly metals block. These are some of the properties of sblock elements. The last 6 groups are considered as p-block, and it consists of metals, nonmetals, metalloids, and noble gases. These are some of the properties of p-block elements. The d-block is found in the middle of the periodic table. It is also called as transition elements block. The elements in this block can find stability in half-filled orbital and completely filled orbital. These are some of the properties of d-block elements. Finally, the f-block is placed separately in the bottom of the periodic table. This block consists of inner transition elements and radioactive elements. These are some of the properties of f-block elements. So now we have to find the position of that element in the periodic table. Let's take the example as sulfur. Sulfur has 16 electrons, and this is the electronic configuration. So from this, the outermost orbital is 3p4. Now watch this image carefully, which shows orbitals in groups and orbits in periods. As I said already, we can find 18 groups in periodic table, and each group has its own properties and names. First group is called as alkali metals. Second group is called as alkaline earth metals. Third to 12th groups are called as transition elements, in which 11th group is also called as coinage group, and 12th group is also called as typical transition elements. 13th group is called as boron family or trials group. 14th group is called as carbon family or tetrals group. 15th group is called as nitrogen family or pnictogens. 16th group is called as oxygen family or chalcogens. 17th group is called as fluorine family or halogens. And finally, 18th group is called as noble gases or stable group. Now in this 3p4, take this 3 as a period number, and take p4 as a group value. So the sulfur is found in 3rd period and 16th group. By this we can say that the sulfur belongs to the chalcogens group in p-block. So sulfur has some properties of chalcogens and p-block. So in this way you can find the properties of any element by finding their position. Download this app with the link given in the description, to learn more about periodic table. I hope you like this video. If so, then like, share and subscribe my channel and support me so that I can make more videos for you. And also share this video to your friends so that it will be helpful to them. Thanks for watching.